Hello and welcome back to our first English lesson for this week. And we're going to start a new English unit today. We're going to be looking at non-chronological reports. So normally what we would do to start off with is do a cold task. And I am going to set that for you at the end of this lesson. But we're also going to have a quick look at a little grammar bit beforehand, just to remind us of some things that we should have done in previous years and how we keep moving forwards with the same piece of information. So, this is still based around Anglo-Saxons and Vikings, hence the two images of Anglo-Saxons and Vikings here. So, what we're going to look at is past tense. So, we're going to look at there's three different ways to write the past tense. So, how can we express actions that have happened in the past? And we've got three different types. We've got past tense, the past perfect tense, and the past progressive or past continuous tense. So, the past tense, the top one here, describes something that took place at a specific time and has finished. So I walked the dog yesterday. The past perfect tense describes an event that is completed in the past before something else happened. So I had walked the dog by the time my mum got home from work. The event of having walked the dog has already ended before something else has started. And then your past progressive describes actions that took place in the past over a period of time. So I was walking the dog when it started raining. Both of these two things are in the past. I walked my dog in the past and it started raining in the past. But the walking of the dog happened when it started raining. So I was walking the dog. And my top tips for this, and this isn't always the case, but it's quite often the case, is that if we're thinking in the past tense, quite often the verb ends in ed. Now, obviously, there are some exceptions to that rule, but it's a nice, easy thing to kind of think about how it works. When we're thinking about our past perfect tense, quite often it has had before it. I had walked the dog, or I had done something. I had gone and done the dishes, whatever it happened to be. That means that it's been completed in the past before something else had happened. And then the past progressive, the tip is was. I was walking the dog, I was swimming, I was running. Allows you to know that you were doing something when something else happened. And it could be was or were in most cases. So, what I want you to do is circle the verbs that are in the past tense. Which one of these verbs in the past tense? And so, I have thrown in some that don't end in the ed. Pause now and have a go. Okay, so we've got written. Write would be your normal one. Written is the past tense. Finish and finished. Broke from break. And sniffed from sniff. So you can see that two of these end in ed, but broke and written are slightly different. And this just to draw the attention to the fact that these are past tense words, but they have to be changed in a different way. And there's quite a lot that follow this. So it's just worth knowing that. The next thing I want you to do is have a look at these past tense verbs. So begun, laugh, and caught. And then I want you to think about the past progressive. If you are doing that action when something else happened in the past, which one of these would be the correct one for each? Pause now and have a go. Okay, so some of these are easier than others, and one is harder. So began goes to beginning, laugh goes to laughing. Now caught, we've got catching or courting, and it's really about what sounds right, and in this case it is catching. Okay, so here we've got 6 sentences, and what I want you to tell me is which tense is being used for each of these sentences. So my example is I had been at home all day before going to the cinema. Now this is our past perfect tense, and it's the had in that gives us that idea. Have a go now at the other ones and just write down which tense you think they're in. Pause now and have a go. Okay, let's go through it then, shall we? The first one, Jenny played basketball on Saturday. Hint is it ends in ed, so it's the past tense. I was flying my a kite when it started raining. The was gives it away that it's our past progressive. They went home after the match. Went is a past tense word, so it is just a past tense, not perfect or progressive. We were baking cookies for almost 2 hours on the weekend. The were, like I said, linked to was is past progressive. Then you got the shop. Shop had closed 10 minutes early, so we couldn't buy any milk. The had gives it away that it's past perfect. And I had done 2 pages of my homework before my dog ate it. The had gives it away that it's past perfect. And this is just to reiterate the fact that you've got something that has happened before while something else is happening, or something that has happened before something else started, or something that just happened in the past. So past tense, something that just happened in the past. Past perfect is something had happened before something else happened, and past progressive is something was happening before while something else happened. Okay, your cold task for today. I want you to write a non-chronological report, an information text. We have done one of these before about life in lockdown. So try to remember what we did earlier in the year. We've done an information text before about rainforests. So see what you can remember. And I just want you to have a go and see what you can do, as that will give us our starting point on what we need to work on over the next coming weeks. Try your best. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.